day, YouTube. Hopefully you can hear me. This is my new camera, and I do have a wind, whatever it's called, because it's a little bit windy. Hope you're having a good day. I have a lot of topics. These are all the topics that I want to talk about eventually. So many ideas. I've been putting them on hold because of this or that, excuses, right? Life, priorities, things like that. And now I have my new camera, so definitely want to talk about it. I had a conversation with my wife last night with everything that's going on. And believe it or not, I have a lot of laid back conversations with my wife. Most of them, 80% are laid back. Good conversations, funny, fun, things like that. Last night, that is Colorado for you. Last night was an exception in the sense that we were talking about something serious. And even though my topics are serious, I am the complete opposite of that. I'm very laid back. I want to be laid back. I'm an anxious person, so because of that, I work very hard to be laid back, which is why I used to run for many years, which is why I like structure and discipline, because I've learned in life that structure and discipline is perfect for me. It's gonna reduce anxiety. Today's topic is responsibility and accountability. Yes, it's a serious topic, but what I learned is when I was responsible to myself and to others, when I was holding myself accountable to myself and to others, it brought out a very sweet piece of life where things got sweeter in a good way. And that is what I like. I like sweetness. Life is too short and life is challenging often. So going back to when I was in my early 20s and I was irresponsible and my priorities were not the way they should be, I was having a lot of fun, but there was also a lot of consequences. Not bad consequences, but challenges. When I got married at the age of 24 and realized that I was doing things the wrong way and became responsible and accountable, first and foremost to myself, to my family, to the Air Force, to my employer, to my community, that is when life turned for the better. I thought life was great when I was single in my early 20s, and it was a lot of fun, but life got sweeter once I became responsible, whether it was in school, as a husband, at work, anything and everything, finances. And once I became responsible, and the Air Force did help me out with that, like I said, life just got better because I knew what was ahead of me. I worked hard, I played hard, I celebrated, and my life hasn't been perfect. I've had challenges just like everyone, whether it's in marriage. I've been married 26 years. I got kicked out of a college when I was 20 or 21. I had a misdemeanor arrest when I was 22. So believe me, I've seen the good and the bad, everything in between, and believe me, I want to stay on the good side and celebrate life. And the conversation that we had last night with my wife was about responsibility and accountability, which is what I'm talking about. But let me ask a question to you, is how have things worked out for you when you were not responsible versus when you were responsible, when you are responsible? Look at the difference there. Hopefully it's day and night, at least for me it was. And what about holding yourself accountable? Because one of the things that I think it's human nature is excuses. We as humans can come up with excuses for something that anything and everything, excuses. We can rationalize, oh, it's not as bad as what he or she is doing, whatever, things like that. So look at yourself, which I've said before, anytime I make a video, I'm usually talking to myself first and foremost. So I'm no different. It's not like I've figured out life. I'm still a work in progress. Yes, life has been sweet for me, but it's taken work, it's taken commitment, it's taken consistency, responsibility, accountability. A lot of those things people may be turned off by. I can understand that, but I'll tell you this, when I didn't have any of those, my life was literally upside down, or it felt like it was upside down. Versus when I did the right thing consistently. It is sweet. Life is sweet. I'm ready for a vacation. I'm supposed to be going to Alabama in late August. And what I want to do is, if that goes through, it'll be at Maxwell Air Force Base, which was my first base in the Air Force in 1996. So I have a lot of friends there in Montgomery, Alabama. It's training, it's leadership training for about 10 days. There's a weekend in between. What I want to do is go south into Destin, Florida, which is about maybe 3 hours or so, and visit my daughter and my son-in-law who are there. We'll see if that happens. But I'm ready for a vacation. And I was talking to a captain in the Air Force yesterday about his vacation. Him and I had a brief encounter a year ago. We don't really know each other, but he was talking about he was going to Belize, Central America, and it's a small island. I'd never even heard about it. It's called Coco Plum Island or Resort. If you look it up, it looks incredible. Now the question is, do I want to go? Yes. Take my wife, of course. When? Don't know. I'd love to do it soon, but there's other things that we're working on, and it's definitely on the priority list towards the top. But there are other locations that we want to do as well. But I'm just giving you an example of how sweet life can be when there's balance, when there's accountability and responsibility. Hopefully you've taken something out of this. Hopefully you can hear me. If you're actually watching this video, it was good enough, this piece up here, to block off some of the air, the wind. And obviously, if you don't see this video, it didn't work. I'll retry. Hope you're having a good day. This is Home Sweet Home. There's the wind again.